I'm what? I'm filming what? What am I talking about? Planning? No. I haven't got anything ready. Hey everyone, hope your day is going really well and your productivity is going well. But if it isn't, today I want to talk about a key element in productivity, and that's all about planning. So, action is key. Action is essential to be productive. But we also need to stop, sit back and plan things. You look at the oceans movies, right? You know, they do all these the Bellagio and all this kind of stuff. They have to plan it first, and this is what you have to do to get your productivity going higher and higher and higher. Without planning, you're just floundering. You're picking anything from a list. But you plan, you become efficient, you become optimized. You attack your task list like a ninja. But without planning, you kind of look at it and go, like you're looking at a massive mountain and thinking, I can't climb that, I can't walk up that, that's insane. This is what I used to think when I used to walk up mountains in the UK. So you don't want to do that because you become overwhelmed, and then that leads to procrastination. And we all know what procrastination leads to. This. Now, all those things are lovely. They're wonderful, they're relaxing to do, and we all love them. But they do not lead to high productivity. Now, when we look at our list, we can look at it and go, I just don't know what to start first. I don't know. And this is where we need to prioritize your task list. Now, one of the things I use to do that is called the Eisenhower Matrix. In that, it allows you to give your task items a priority. I tend to give them a number from 1 to 4. So let's have a look at that Eisenhower Matrix. So as you can see, we have 4 quadrants in that matrix. We have things that are urgent and important. We have things which are important but not urgent. We have things that are not important but urgent, and we have things which are not important and not urgent. So let's go from the end first, the not important and not urgent. Usually those tasks can literally be thrown out the window. They're thrown in the trash, stamped on, scrumpled up into the trash. Because normally, and I'd say 99.9% of the time, they don't need to be worried about, they don't need to be done. So anything that is not important and not urgent, throw it away. Now we're going to go to the beginning. So we've got important and urgent. Something which is really important and it's really urgent. Those are the things you do first. So you've looked at your list, you've scanned your list, you've gotten rid of the things you don't need. That's already cut your list down, which is brilliant. I mean, the sheer act of going cross a line, cross it out, cross it out, cross it out, or if it's electronic, delete, 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 delete. That may actually, even to the extreme, halve your list of your your complete task list. That may cut it by half, which is brilliant. So now you look at which ones are really urgent and really important, because those are the ones you attack first. So you look through them and you give them a number 1 because they are most important. So number 1 is important and urgent. Next, you go through the list and look at the ones which are important but they're not urgent. Those we give a number 2 to. And then finally we go things that are not important but they're urgent. Normally you can get someone else to do that, so you can give them a number 3, right? So really there's 4 quadrants, but we really only got 3 numbers in there, because number 4, which is the not important and not urgent, they have been thrown away like garbage because they're not required. So now our list is looking like this. Okay, celebration time, right? The list is looking shorter and it's looking more organized, and in your mind is going, oh, thank God for that, it's looking better, I can work with this. So now it's time to break down a little further. So all the category 1s, which are the important and urgent tasks, look at those and have a look at the list and think, right, which ones of these can be done in 5 minutes or less? All of those you do right away. You do them, you tick them off the list, your list becomes shorter, becomes easier to manage, and you are starting to get things done. I mean, all of these assessment, labeling, and then the doings can be done in such a short time. So you've got the really, really urgent ones and the quick ones, number 1s that is, out of the way. And then you look at the other category 1s. So they are, again, as a reminder, they are the urgent and important ones. I've just cracked my finger. So those remaining number 1 tasks are what you do next. Those have to be done because, as we say, they're important and they're urgent. The category 2 tasks, which are important but not urgent, they can be planned, they can be scheduled to be done either later in the day or the next day or a couple of days time. Some of them may not need doing for another week or 2. In that case, you schedule it in, you put it into your planner, you put it into your reminder and your calendar, you put it into your task manager, wherever it's going, whatever your system is that works for you. That's what you do. You plan it, you schedule it ahead. So that's the number 2s dealt with, because eventually, once those schedules come up on the time and the dates, those 2s become number 1s, and then you do them and they're gone. They're done, they're off the list, they're happy, they're going for a party in Barbados. Happy days. So what we got left, number 3s. Number 3s. Now, they are things that are not important, but they seem to be urgent. So if you look at the quadrant, they are not important and urgent, but normally, and we all know this, if something isn't important, but you've got someone coming along, or whether it's a client or whatever it is, going, this is really urgent, I need it done. Most of the time, it's not that urgent. So, is there someone else you can delegate that task to, whether it's a VA, a PA, a friend, anything like that, can that be delegated to someone else to do it? You know, the person who's actually saying this is really, really urgent, can you refer them to someone else? If you've got no one, if you are completely running your business alone, then you go back and you deal with it like you did in the category 2. You plan it, you schedule it. But maybe it can be a longer time until it needs to be done. Maybe it can be done never. Maybe they don't need to be done. Maybe the number 3s turn into number 4s, thrown out. You know, it's all about assessing them, and all this assessment can be done so quickly, really quickly. So this is what you need to do. So in an overview, we've got 4 categories. Number 1 is important and urgent. Those are the ones that are done now, right away, and within those you've got those tasks which can be done in 2 to 5 minutes. Do them right away before you do anything else, before you plan anything, before you schedule anything. Just do those. Fantastic. Then you've got the rest of the number 1s. Again, they need to be done now. You go and do them. You've got the number 4s, which have just been thrown away. That reduces that list length tremendously, incredibly so. And then number 2, which is important but not urgent, you schedule it. You schedule it for a later date or a later time that day, whatever it needs to be. And number 3 is, it's not important but it seems to be urgent. That needs to be delegated or scheduled for an even later date, because obviously it's not as important as the number 2, and number 2s aren't as important as the category 1s. So this is a really quick way to plan your plan of attack for your task list. We all look at our task list and go, this is just getting bigger and bigger, I don't know what to do. But once you start to plan it, once you start to assess it and give them these 1 to 4 categories, you can organize yourself, you can organize your task list, and everything becomes so much easier. So try it. I'll put the picture of the matrix up again straight after this so you can see it again, and hopefully this will help you. So don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell to make sure you don't miss these future videos that I'm going to be creating over the next few weeks, all about productivity, how to take your productivity to the entire next level. And make sure you subscribe, because I have got some really incredible stuff coming for you. So for now, have a great week, have a productive week, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye for now.